Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Look at these two boys right here. Look at this. The one thing we can say about this Super 17 banner is both the banner character and, the Super 17 unit themselves, they have, like, the best SSR arts in the game, both of them. It's like, oh my god, like, dude, I love this. Like, yeah, we just, we're having a little drinky drink here. It's great, it's great. Okay, so what we're doing here is I'm just going to Dokkan Awaken them right now. This is going to be the, 100% Rainbow, level 10 Link, 200% leader skill video. But what I'm doing is I'm just Dokkan Awakening them now, and I'm going to use them at 55% in the 55% Super 17 showcase, right? Because a lot of times they do release these, Dokkan Fests, and the banner unit can at least assist them pretty often. These days. I guess it's not every single time, but this is one of those times where the banner unit here actually can be pretty good. So I'm going to get them at 55%. We'll come back in a second. We'll rainbow them, and we'll see how they're going to go. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and add the Rainbow Star to Dr. GERO and Dr. MYUU. After this, we will go ahead and I'm gonna grind up their links, and then we'll sort of finish the video, the level 10 link showcase. So I feel like you want to go full dodge here. I mean, they do get, 50% defense when they super attack, which is good. But this is a character, their role is to support, and unfortunately, they're very squishy. The very sad thing is it does appear as though this character and the 17s are designed for the GT Legendary Goku event, is kind of what I take away from their kits. This character is great, one of the best units in the game, maybe, against a Goku. But if you're not fighting a Goku, they're a good support that will get crushed in the really difficult stages. So I do feel full dodge is the way to go with this character. You just need them to not get destroyed. That is very, very important. So I do think 55% is the way to go with Dr. GERO and full dodge is the way to go with Dr. MYUU and Dr. GERO. Alright guys, we are here in an event. So you guys know the way I pretty much like to do these level 10 link videos, at the end for the new characters. I'm kind of able to give my final thoughts, having used them a lot, seen them in a lot of these situations, stuff like that. I do like this Dr. GERO and Dr. MYUU. I would say that they are a decent unit for sure, but unfortunately they're only just decent. And, I mean, some of these teams and setups they're on, I mean, could use a little bit more than just decent. I mean, unfortunately, because GERO is an android, and then Dr. MYUU is a machine mutant or whatever the hell it is. These characters are just not on sort of valuable categories that they otherwise could be on. And it's like, when we look at these teams, Target Goku, Join Forces, Terrifying Conquerors, and then Battle of Wits, it's really only like Target Goku, or with a lot of Target Goku characters, we could really take advantage of this unit, right? Considering their support ability. They do give multiple turn support, which is really very good. But the problem with this character is not defensive enough unless you're going up against a Goku. If you're not going up against a Goku, this unit just really isn't that crazy. Now, at the same time, if, we get red zone stages finally against, like, a bunch of superclass characters, there is a red zone stage against the Gammas. But, like, if we start getting actual red zone stages against, like, the various Z fighters, right? Spirit Bomb Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Ultra Instinct Goku, then this unit will be very good, right? Because they start guarding, they get the huge extra stats against a Goku. They could just be very impressive, but they definitely are in kind of a weird spot as of right now. So we're next to Hellfighter 17. We're on the Dokkan Fest Super 17 team right here at the start. Remember that this unit is not really getting, like, they're not stacking up, they're not building up or anything like that. So what we see on this rotation is kind of what they're able to do. Now, by getting 3 orbs, we activate the multiple turn support, right? So we pop that, then we'll have support for Target Goku allies next turn. It's 1 key and 20% attack and defense for 2 turns with 3 key spheres obtained. The one thing that does suck is we can compare this unit directly to Yajirobe, the other character who has multiple turn support. Yajirobe's support is for 3 turns, and Yajirobe is a very strong defensive character, whereas this unit is not. It's very bizarre. This character is just literally a downgraded Yajirobe, is what this unit is, which it just seems very odd to me. you know, Yajirobe came out, you know, 5 months ago. And it's like now, it's like, why, you know, why are we like way weaker than a character that came out months and months and months ago? It doesn't make a ton of sense to me. And especially Yajirobe is a superclass character. You know, we have an overabundance of incredible superclass units, whereas this is an extreme class unit. You guys know the whole spiel about that. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what GERO and MYUU can do. We'll hop over to their 200% leader skill, which is STR Carnival Goku's team. You know, I'll have a clips 4.33 right there. I'll have a few clips as well of my issue with this character. You know, we have a couple of you know, clips of them basically getting one-shotted as well, which again is this character's weakness. I think full dodge is the way to go with this character. Support characters that can hold their own in like red zone style content is very good, but I mean, this is a unit that could barely hold their own, right? Now, you know, remember, they had what, like, it was like 170k defense at the start of turn. Remember, they do get 100% attack and defense on super attack, so their defense would have doubled. Then they get 50% defense from their super attack effect as well. So it's like, you know, this is a unit that could be in like the 400 or 500k range, but I mean, that's just not enough for a unit that is a brand new summonable unit who just came out right now. It's just not enough. GERO and MYUU, they should be a better character. All they had to do, really, I mean, I think the guard should just be base. If they just guarded, they would be very good. Because then you could float them, right? And, well, I mean, you could potentially even, just, they guard, they're very good. And then rather, so the way the unit works is you have all their stuff, blah, 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 blah. Then you get to the bottom, and then it's against a Goku enemy. You get another 150% attack and defense guard, and then if HP is 70% or more, you'll seal all enemy super attacks. They literally could have just moved the guard to base kit, and then, you know, kept the rest against a Goku enemy. I think that would have been fine. That's really all that needed to happen. This unit guarding, I mean, they don't all of a sudden be like, oh my god, dude, Orange Piccolo, get the fuck out of the way, right? Like, it's like, yeah, they're not, like, then, like, top 5 character. They easily could have done that. Now, keep in mind, we have their 2-turn support is active on this turn. So, all these characters right here have the 2-turn support, which is pretty useful. Okay, so we'll do this turn. Let's go ahead and move over to their 200% leader skill team as well, and sort of see some of the stats they can get, right, you know, on a 200% leader skill. And there's that damage. Goodbye, Yamcha. Alright, guys, we are over here on a Battle of Wits 200% leader skill team against the Goku enemy, and you could see the strength increase. Look at this. I mean, again, they're at 323k defense at the start of turn right here. They get 100% on super attack, and then they get 50% from their super attack effect as well. So, I mean, this is a character that's guarding, right? Like, on this turn, this unit is living, you know, Cell Max and Metal Cooler Core super attacks and stuff like that after they super attack. And this is why you literally just, I mean, this is with the extra 150% attack and defense as well against Goku, but you just give this character guard, and it's like, we had what we needed. And that really is, these support units on these banners is such a good idea to help these major Dokkan Fest releases, but you need these support characters to be able to live. Like, it shouldn't just be, oh, cool, we're bringing them, and then they just turn into complete fodder. So, I don't know. Let's just see what we get. We have several links activated. Again, remember, their link set is really kooky here. This is one thing that is a little bit bizarre. So, their link set is Prodigies, Thirst for Conquest, GT, Scientist, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle. Again, they have a very kooky link set. Thirst for Conquest, cooler units have. Prodigies, Frieza would have. GT, of course, we know the characters have that. Nightmare, various villains, like some Goku Blacks, Coolers, Fusions, Zamasu, and stuff like that sometimes have Nightmare, right? Like, so it's like it's like they've got a bunch of decent links, but oftentimes it's, you know, I guess difficult for that many characters to, you know, sort of like have the full thing. All right, what do we got here? 337k. Okay, cool. Let's go and see how much damage they do right here. again, Dr. Zhou and Dr. MYUU, they should look quite a bit better once we are actually placing them, like, sort of like with, like, against a Goku on a 200% leader skill and stuff like that. You know, their stats will be much better. It is a shame that the banner unit is not on the 200% leader skill of Dokkan Fest Super 17. That doesn't make a ton of sense. 6.2 they get up to right there. So you could see, like, not only does their defense go way up, but so does their damage. I will say this, too. I do think that their animations look quite good. All of the animations for Super 17 and Dr. Zhou and Dr. MYUU do really look very good. It is kind of, like, surprising, like, just this post-anniversary Dokkan Fest, and we just get this. Like, it's pretty crazy, how good the animations actually did look there. I figure we'll do, like, another rotation or two. Again, we'll show some clips showing this unit sort of get blown away, but, I mean, this is a fairly decent support-type unit. You know, you could get away with running this character in some red zone stages and stuff like that. I do recommend the full dodge build because they're just not strong enough defensively to really take the big hits, and dodge will at least give you a chance. This is not a character that is going to be winning you fights by doing damage. They're going to win you fights by, you know, helping support the rest of the team, right? Which is kind of the main thing there. It is a shame because this character really could have just been so good, so useful, right? So, all right, we're at 344k right there. We have those same 3 links activated. Remember that we can get these 3 orbs right here, and then that will give us the target Goku support buff. So their stats go up even more, up to 358. Sure, let's go ahead and see what numbers Dr. Zhou and Dr. MYUU are getting on this turn. Now, remember, they do have that ability to seal all enemy super attack as well. Certainly, that could be very handy in Battlefield. That could be handy on Super Battle Road stages as well. There's definitely places where that type of ability, I think, could actually be fairly handy, right? And then here we get up to 6.59. I mean, that damage is certainly pretty good, I think, on a support-type unit. Like, in this context, with them being a support unit that's, you know, rocking, you know, 600k plus defense, 700k plus defense, and they're guarding, and they're supporting, and they're doing, like, damn near a 7 million attack stat. Like, that's stupendous. That's incredible. That's outstanding. But, unfortunately, it's only just against Goku, where they're going super duper crazy like that, right? Like, if we're not fighting Goku, they're not really as good. But, I mean, that does stand to reason. We know, like, this unit is really busted against a Goku. So, if we go into some fight, and we could go up against a Goku, again, they're going to be very, very crazy. Let's get one more rotation here, and then again, I do want to sort of show various clips here of them sort of getting destroyed by high-level red zone bosses. Alright guys, we'll do this rotation, and then I think we can move on. Again, I think that one thing that would have helped a little bit more too is if they could have been on some more categories. Just the mix of Dr. Zhou and Dr. MYUU is definitely a weird one, and that's where I think that they could have been a little bit more effective. Had they been... Man, I don't know. I mean, I understand why it's both of them, but, like, if the unit was, like, just, you know, Dr. GERO, it's like they'd be on, like, androids and stuff like that, right? If it was just Dr. MYUU, they could be on other stuff, right? So it's a little bit weird. 6.72 we get up to right there for Dr. MYUU and Dr. GERO. Again, a decent banner unit. I mean, they're certainly not on the level of Chi-Lai and Yajirobe and STR Piccolo and Android 8, but, I mean, this is at least a fairly decent character. I don't know that I can't go so crazy. It's just, it is a shame, right? Like, why? Oh, we could get this. I might as well just pop this, get this in the video, sure. Like, why is, like, Yajirobe the super mega, oh my golly geez, busted version? Like, it really would have been great if the villain character, we get so little villain releases, it would have been so good if this villain banner unit was the super, super busted one. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess.
その目に焼き付けておくんだな。これがデビットの真の力だ。ファイナルカメハメハ！
okay, if he's gonna super the classic slot 3 super, we have full dodge, so we could do this. All right, come on, fellas, full dodge, and we're gonna make this a short very soon as well. Go ahead. Okay, dodge right here. Check this out. Damn it. Okay. Well, close your eyes, children. Don't look at this. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Anyway. I feel like the 17s are fine. I see a lot of people like actually having a ton of issues with these guys. I do feel like they're fine, believe it or not. I think besides just weird like extreme class restriction on that, like, so they get the 1 key 70% attack and defense when all allies in the turn are extreme class. That's bullshit, and that should be removed. That's the problem. They dodged the wrong one. I've had bad luck with GERO and MYUU. Oof. Okay, dude. So what is this? Int? Alright, this is Avengers from Hell. Dr. MYUU and Dr. GERO. Their leader skill is target Goku category key 3 and 130% of stats. Their super attack is Formidable Enemies Resurrected from Hell, which gives them 50% defense for 1 turn, and then they do supreme damage to the enemy. Their passive skill, Operation to Contain Goku, gives them 150% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then they get an additional 100% attack and defense when performing a super attack. Then they give target Goku category allies 1 key and 30% attack and defense. And then they give target Goku category allies 1 key and 20% attack and defense for 2 turns with 3 key spheres obtained. If I would make one slight change to this, I think okay, I mean, they could have made the multiple support for 3 turns like Yajirobe, right? But you could keep that as target Goku category allies support for, you know, with 3 key spheres. That's fine. I do think that their baseline support should have just been extreme class units. So they just buff extreme class units by 1 key, 30% attack and defense. And then the additional buff could have been for target Goku. I think that would have been a slightly better design for this character, right? That would have helped them a little bit. And then, again, finally, this last part, they get an additional 150% attack and defense and guard, and they seal the enemy's HP above, if you're above 70, or they seal the enemy's super attack if you're above 70% HP when you're fighting a Goku. So again, if you're fighting Goku, they get another 150% attack and defense, they guard, and as long as your HP is above 70%, they will auto-seal the enemy super attacks. So against the Goku character, this unit is going to be incredible, right? Like, this unit is like a better STR Piccolo against Goku or something like that. It's essentially what they are. But it's like, it's specifically against Goku. Right now, I mean, the anniversary battle is definitely tough. So this unit is good in there, but like, you know, all these red zone fights and stuff like that are not, you know, against a Goku. Their links are Prodigies, Thirst for Conquest, GT, Scientist, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle. Their 12 kill multiplier is 140%. And then finally, they have these couple of categories here. A bit of a disappointment that they're only on so few categories, because this could be a character that could really help many teams. They're on, of course, the Target Goku category team. They're also over here on the Join Forces category team as well. Then here, they're on Terrifying Conquerors. Definitely, Terrifying Conquerors is probably still the strongest villain category team. And then finally, they are on the Battle of Wits team as well. So there is Dr. Zhou and Dr. MYUU. Let me know what you guys think of this character. I definitely do think that they are very, they are very good. It's just that they could have been buffed even more, right? Really slight changes to this character's kit, and they could have been just much better. It's the same thing with Dokkan Fest Super 17. You know, minor changes, a couple of tweaks, and that unit is just significantly better. So let me know what you guys think of Dr. Zhou and Dr. MYUU. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I will catch y'all next time.